Next question comes in from Guadalupe. She's wondering, Father, what are your thoughts on girls making the first move on a guy?
Meaning inviting that going asking
Like
them on a date or
asking them on a date, initiating the
yeah.
relationship, getting things started instead of
I
waiting for the guy to pop the question.
Well, while I think that I like the idea, I like the precedent being set that the gentleman makes a first move, makes the initiates. I really like that. I appreciate it very much. There are times I know when that is not necessary, and I know that there are times when that's completely just fine that she would ask. For example, in my life, um, there was a time when I was in college, and there was this woman that I was head over heels for, and so we carried on this friendship. Which basically meant I was very interested in her and she was dating somebody. And so I tried to keep like my distance at the same time, like, wow, she's just incredible. She's amazing. And at one point, she had broken up with him. And I was like, okay, well, now what I need to do is I don't want to swoop in. I don't want this to be something that I did, kind of a thing. Maybe, who knows? Okay. Life is life. I don't need to whitewash my history. And at one point she said, would you want to go out with me this Friday? And I was like, oh my gosh, like on a date? She's like, yeah, on a date. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, and and I remember thinking, oh yeah, heck yes. I'm so glad that she did this because I was kind of waiting for her to let me know, hey, this is the all clear. I have had enough of a grieving period or mourning period after this relationship. And that was her letting me know that she was ready to move on and I could basically take her out. So in this case, she was giving me the all clear to make my move, which was to take her out by basically, in that case, asking me out. And so I don't know. I wanted to marry her very much. And then God said, go to the seminary. So I think yeah, I think it's fine. But
Yeah.
then again, I really like putting the responsibility on the shoulders of the man, because if there's anything that men are inclined to, it's passivity. And if there's anything that women are inclined to, it's control. And so I really like saying, okay, gentlemen, reject passivity, embrace responsibility, and bear that burden, and don't make her bear that burden. At the same time, it's a rule of thumb, not a rule.
Yeah. Yeah. And, historically, the reason why men have initiated relationships, from my understanding, is to take the burden of the risk of rejection off of the woman and place it upon
Place it on
themselves. So it's an
themselves.
act
Yeah.
of reverence, not an act of patriarchal domination or whatever. And I remember one girl came up to me, I think it was at one of the Sikh conferences, and, she was a little confrontational, but playful at the same time. And she said, Jason, well, what do you think about girls asking the guy out? I just looked at her. I said, you don't want to. And she was like, oh, yeah, you're right. I don't. And it was like this revelation that like she was arguing for something she didn't even want in the first place. So I think most girls don't want to make the first move. It's just the guys, like you said, have just become so passive. The girls are like, look, I'm going to be 97 years old by the time a guy asks me out. But what I would say is like, guys are simple creatures. It doesn't take a lot of laughing at his jokes and playing with your hair and texting him back to make him realize, okay, there's something mutual going on here. Like if a guy is interested in you, you don't have to put a billboard up in front of his face to let him know. I mean, he's going to catch those cues. If he's not interested, you could put a billboard in front of his face. He's still not going to get the idea. And so I would say be more subtle. I remember one girl writing in and she said, I can't even imagine being with the guy who isn't willing to take any risk. And so I think one of the benefits of just holding out with that element of mystery is it invites the men who are more risk takers of be like, yeah, I could get rejected, but this girl's worth the risk of rejection. And that's the type of guy I think you deserve. But I understand it's a tough predicament because the guy's sitting in his basement playing Call of Duty video games instead of asking girls out on dates like they should be. So, hey there, I hope you enjoyed that little clip. But if you want to see the whole episode where this came from, just click the link here. And in the meantime, we want to invite you to help us share this message. And there's a couple things you can do real quick. Number one, if you like or comment or share this video, YouTube will actually show it to more people. Also, Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. We release videos every single day, and you'll be notified as soon as those come out. If you want to help us also to spread this message, you can support us at patreon.com/Jason Evert. That helps us to create these videos and show them to the whole world. God bless.